everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a great day. So, I just finished up doing another intro. Hope you guys like it. I'm just feeling creative today, and I was just messing around with Canva. Canva's a great website that you can create all kinds of things on, whether it's thumbnails, videos, intros, outros for YouTube or Instagram or Twitter or whatever you feel. Love using Canva. So I was just playing around with Canva and I'm like, I want to make another intro. I'm just in the mood. So I did. So Chantal just finished up a live. And from what I saw of it, and from the stuff that I saw of on Twitter, she's in a mood. She's in a major, nasty mood. Ooh. Chantal, what's the matter? Did you run out of Snickers? Did you not have your sweets today? Why are you in a crappy mood? According to you, your life in Kuwait is exactly the way you want it to be. It is nothing but bliss. You have Salah, you are closer to Allah, you have your pets. So, what's the problem? This blissful life doesn't really sound blissful right now. It sounds like it's making you miserable. Girl, what's the matter? Somebody hand her a Snickers before she blows up. Anyway, so yeah, she's in a mood. She was being nasty and rude to everyone, even her own subscribers. Not exactly a successful formula for making money. I guess nobody ever told her the old saying that you get more flies with honey than vinegar. Maybe somebody needs to tell that to her. Anyway, so she was being rude. We'll cover that later. I wanted to do another retro react. And this retro react is a little bit different than most because this retro react has to do with her going to see her ex-boyfriend Bibi, the same gentleman that she was with for quite a while and she cheated on. And that led to her being booted out of the house. And then she ran crying to Pete's, who then used his good credit and his money to get into the villa. He put his name on the dotted line and she started living with Pete's. So after the breakup, after she moved in with Pete's, she got involved with Nader and she wanted to make Nader jealous. And Chantal has patterns of behavior. And one of them is trying to triangulate herself between two men in order to feel wanted, loved, desired, valuable, and worthy. Although all it does is create problems and bad feelings and bad emotions. But that is the way that she goes about getting attention. So, little context. She was trying to provoke some kind of emotional response out of Nader. So she decided to go over to her ex-boyfriend Bibi's house. And from the looks of it, the visit was unwanted. Definitely unwanted. Bibi works, he has a job, and he was at home eating his dinner, just wanting to enjoy his private time. Chantal not only showed up, but while he's having dinner, while he's trying to enjoy his quiet time, she turned on her camera and she turned on YouTube and she proceeded to do a live stream there in his house. Now, one might ask the question, why would Bibi let her into the house? Well, I can answer that for you because Chantal is all about that life of getting into a person's house and leaving her stuff there just so she has a reason, an excuse to bother that person over and over and over again. When Chantal moved out of Bibi's house, she purposely left a lot of her stuff there just so she could say, hey, can I come by and visit and get my stuff? Although she really doesn't make an effort to get all of her stuff out of there. She just wants to go over and, see that person, talk to that person, maybe make another person jealous. So that was precisely what she was doing over at Bibi's house. She was trying to play games with Nader and make him jealous and make him angry because Nader knew about Bibi. So it was all about playing games. And as you guys can see, the encounter is very cringeworthy. It was very inappropriate, and I'd like to give my thoughts to it. But before we get into the retro react, let's get into the Twitter stuff, shall we? Before we do that, we got to do this. Yes, it's time for the Twitter peeps. So let's bring up all the stuff on Twitter because I have been very busy trying to gather up all the good stuff that you guys need to know. Dealing with Chantal in the present. All right. So, for those of you that are on Twitter, that you'd like to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, Wild Girl Sarah. There's a lot of stuff to go over, so let's just lock in and get ready. All right. So, let's start with these two tweets from Ghost Crab and Fat Cal. Ghost Crab says, I really think people need to figure out the two apartment theory in full detail. Salah doesn't live with her and comes from outside, but he is over quickly. He does not work and he has no money. But can Chantal afford two apartments? Maybe over or under her, Salah lives with family friends? That's a good question. It is debatable whether he's living with family and friends or living alone, but obviously he's in a different place because I don't think he's there full time. Fat Cow made a tweet kind of answering that question. Fat Cow says, well, for a start, the apartment we see is not worth $1,500. When I rented in the Middle East, the most I paid was the equivalent to 500 pounds or $500, and was in the center of the city in one of the more affluent parts. Foodie might be giving that to Salah to pay to the landlord. Well, as everyone knows, Chantal is certainly not living in the most affluent parts of Kuwait. She's living in a lower income area, so I'm sure the rent is a lot cheaper. Certainly doesn't equal paying what we pay over here in the United States or even in Canada. So maybe the rent for both places might equal close to what a one apartment would cost over in the Western world. I think that's how she's able to pay for two places if indeed she lives in one place and Salah lives in another. Now here's a tweet. This has to do with Milk Tea Reacts. Chantal, what's going on with you? Why are you coming for Milk Tea? Everybody knows there's two people in the community you do not come for. You don't come for Pulpy and you don't come for Milk Tea. And you came for Milk Tea. But why? Why do you come for Milk Tea? But this tweet says, making fun of Milk Tea Reacts again. Salah comment that she reads and a few jabs at Milky Chai too. What is she coming for Milky Chai for? Oh my goodness. Chantal, you are just doing too much. You're just poking at everybody, aren't you? My goodness. This moment happened during her current live that she just did. Let's watch.
An asshat or a liar. I'm just really...
Okay, let me blow it up so you guys can see the text. So Salah's down here saying, Milk Tea, I hope you change your wig after 3 years wearing it in a row before you spread lies about me and Chantal. What is wrong with Milk Tea's wig? I think it looks lovely on her. I think she's a lovely person. And Salah, what do you care about someone in the Western world, how they wear their hair? Why are you caring so much about that? How they conduct themselves, what they choose to put on themselves, sir? It's none of your business. Back off. You're concerned about somebody else and if they wear a wig or not. What you should be concerned about is the one in front of you, how she's behaving. She knows she's skirting the law, and so do you. She comes online acting haram, doing gluttony, doing all kinds of things she should not be doing, smoking, cursing, gossiping, all of those things haram. You should be paying attention to your business partner over there. She puts you both at risk with her out of control behavior. Mind your business, Salah. Mind it. Mind it.
Not wanting to tell people my business about that, you know? Milk tea, I hope you change your wig after 3 years wearing it in a row before you spread lies. That's milk. No, sorry. That's milky tea. That's milky tea, and there's another one with milk. There's another one with buck teeth. Her name is Milky.
You mean Milky Chai? She's beautiful. What are you talking about?
So milk tea is the wig, and Milky is the buckwheat.
You know what, Chantal? You still haven't figured it out. You, how long have you been on YouTube? How long have you been doing videos and live streams and you still haven't figured it out? You need summer school. You haven't figured out that every time you talk about any reactor, any reaction channel, any clip channel, any archive channel, you're just putting attention on their channel and you're helping their channel grow. Because you're talking about milk tea, you're talking about milky chai, you're talking about Alex's shook. All you're doing is growing their channel. So good job, cutie. Real good job.
Gen Z. Annoying brat.
Yeah, so that was the video. And Salah, aren't you supposed to be working? Aren't you supposed to be putting out the vibe of you're a busy businessman? You are successful. You're making money. Sir, how are you busy? How are you successful if all you do is hang out in Chantal's chat all the time and mod all day? And if she's at home and she needs your help, she'll basically whistle you in via her chat. And within a couple of minutes, you show up. If you were truly busy, you wouldn't be able to do that. So, yeah. And by the way, how much does mod status pay? Like, what is she paying you to be a mod and to be her errand boy? Because that's how you're behaving. She's paying you to be your on-camera husband, to go get her food and a mod for her. It can't be that much. By the way, Salah, you know that money she's given you? She's given more money to her ex, Nader El Shami. Yeah, and he's not even there. He's not even running the errands. He's not putting up with her, but she's spending more money on him. You don't believe me? Check. Just check. Oh, you're not going to like what you find. You are not going to like it that a dude who's thousands of miles away, not doing a doggone thing for her, is getting more money from Chantal than you are. And you're the one doing all the running around. And don't you feel foolish now? Love that for you. Love it the most. Okay. Now, we got something from Burgundy Rose Bunny and Fondue Pondu. Fondue Pondu says this is a successful businessman who has all the time in the world to see what reaction channels are saying about him. Salah, you are a blank, blank. I love you, Fondue Pondu. I can't say this stuff on YouTube, though, for monetization, but you guys can read. Fondue Pondu had a lot to say. Look at all these messages. Look, busy businessman, right? He's so busy, but he's got so much to say in chat. And it's not even like, oh, I would just happen to be on my lunch break and I could mod for her for a minute. No. He's all up in there. Unicorn Pondu says, oh my goodness, her eye. Look, I don't know what's going on with her eye. She's over there saying she's got a license. I don't think she has a legal license, but even if she did, she has no business driving. She can't turn her head to look around or to look behind her. She's got really bad vision. She doesn't wear glasses. Her eyes are always watering. Like, vision is very important when you drive. No? Yeah, it is. And from what I've seen over in Kuwait, the people that drive there, they drive a little crazy. You got to do defensive driving over there. So she can't turn her head. Bad vision, very bad vision. Doesn't have proper glasses to help with her vision. And she's saying, I got a license. And Chantal, I hope you don't drive. I really don't. I hope you don't drive. Because knowing you, you're going to turn on your camera, you're going to do distracted driving, and it's far too busy over there. Okay? Far too busy. If your vision is messing with you, you have no business driving. Do not put yourself and other people at risk because you want to drive and go get some Starbucks or a snack. Don't do that. Stay off the road, especially at night. Because look, you see me, I got my reader glasses on. I've got astigmatism. I've got bad eyesight. I know that. And it's especially bad at night. So don't, but you're in no position to use that license if you have it. It's probably illegal anyway. Oh, Milky Tea has something to say. Milk tea, I'm sorry, milk tea. Del Pondu says, and it's milk tea with a steel chair. That's professional wrestling. Milk tea, in reply to Chantal, says, no, Chantal, you did not get a Kuwaiti license. My cleaner is coming, so I have to be out of the house for a few hours, but I will film a video later. Ooh, I can't wait, Milk Tea. Put her in her place. Put her in her place, ma'am. She deserves it. All that trash she's talking. Put her in her place. Ghost Crab says, do I believe Chantal got her driver's license in Kuwait? No. Do I think Chantal will drive nonetheless? Yes. Do I think that's a dog whistle to Salah? Looky here. I will take away your car and I will do stuff on my own. I don't need you. Yes. Yes, she might be angry at Salah. Maybe she's angry because he's telling her you can't have your junk food. And she's like, I'll do what I want. I'll take that car and I'll go drive and I'll do it. And she knows she's driving around illegally there. So to keep from getting in trouble, she's going to act as if she has a license. But yeah, I think it might be a power play of some sort on her part. Like, what I gave you, I can take away. I'm paying for the car, therefore I will drive the car and you won't. And then you can't go to the red room. So you need to come to heel, boy. You need to sit when I tell you to sit. You need to lay down when I tell you to lay down. You need to roll over when I tell you to roll over. Oh yeah, like it feels like things are getting nasty over there. Like there are some control games happening. Chick and a Duck says, I have a relative who's a doctor and I asked him about this at Thanksgiving dinner. When I showed him what her eye looks like, he said she should get this checked immediately. There are several things it could be and none of them are good. Well, there you go, Chantal. A doctor looking at your eye and they're saying you need to go to a doctor. I would listen. I really would listen. All right, DX, who's on Twitter, likes to give the verbal recaps of the lives that Chantal does. And thank you for all you do, DX. So here's part of the recap from the live that she just got through doing called Live Dinner Bees. DX says, hope you guys are enjoying holiday festivities. I am working from home for a couple of days and am available to recap now. She's been live for almost 2 hours and is being a jerk. She starts off with a bad attitude, says she isn't driving today because of the traffic. DX says, yeah, this sucks. Let's see. I got to go backward because I guess that's the last one. Let's see. Goodness gracious. All right. So I got to go back. DX says, it really goes without saying, but she's really giving stroke today. Says she only did the Thanksgiving bee moment for Americans, but we didn't ask for it and we didn't want to see it. I think it's because Chantal knows that a lot of her audience comes from the Western world, but she didn't have to do that bee moment for us. We didn't ask for it. We didn't want to see it. We would have rather her do something else. Already fighting with people for going after her beloved mods, claims Julia is doing really well, but they might need to take her back to get her stitches removed. Oh, God. Chantal, just take her to the doctor, a real doctor that knows what they're doing, that can treat her properly. Don't take her to a back alley vet just because you want to save a few bucks. Because if the person does shoddy work, that means you got to take them back several times, and you'll pay just the same amount of money for in 3 visits that you would for 1. Okay? Can you do that? Can you please be a good person at least that way? You know, get her proper treatment, put her cone on her, and let her heal. Stop being a jerk. Just stop it. Stop being a jerk with the cat. Starts whispering when someone arrives at the door. She mutes the stream and faces the camera to the wall. Super strange behavior for someone who the Kuwaiti government knows lives there, but whatever, I guess. After several long and boring minutes of adjusting, surprise, B moment. Oh, goodness. Says that her and Salah are going to have to watch out about driving now that we know. Says we're going to be desperate to find her breaking laws, which again, if you didn't do it, we wouldn't catch it, but okay. Is getting mad about people asking about her license. 2 questions. If you're living in the building legally, Chantal, why are you afraid about people finding out that you're there? And if you really have a Kuwaiti license, why are you afraid about people reporting your driving? If there's nothing to be afraid of, there's nothing to be afraid of, right? Your behavior is not making sense. Makes fun of Milk Tea's wig and calling Milky a spoiled Gen X brat. She's just being a bee, can't remember her lies about her license, so refusing to answer questions, disgusting mouth noises. There's not much to say besides it's very obvious she's lying about most of what she's saying. Mad she's being called out for it and throwing an actual tantrum, screaming, drinking soda, tiny eye glistening, rolling her eyes, saying she doesn't care. Ooh, this might be a live worth reacting to. I love it when she's mad. Says she never drove under the influence. Lies. And also, who cares about what she did 3 years ago? We do. Says she hit a CBD pen in her car, which she shouldn't have done. Yeah, she did that. Says she only hit a car once. Wrong. It happened more than once. While she was being hurt and Breezing beat her grandfather. Like, why is she bringing just Breezing into this? How does that even relate? Stop it. Yep, she's throwing a fit. She fixes up her shisha and sits down with her crappy coffee and just lets loose and rages, crapping on reactors, chat, even some of her regulars. She's in a horrible mood, even comes from Michael B. Petty after, years? She's rewriting history as usual about driving under the influence, retells the Cuba story, diminishes the harm she caused, and blames alcohol, even though she was just crapping on Breezy for doing something while under the influence. Yeah, this sucks. The rest of this is just her being nasty and grimace-like. Same old garbage, except now one of her eyes is smaller. So all of those are from DX, and this has to do with the current live. So thank you for posting all of that, DX. Here's an interesting tweet from Autumn Fairy saying, Chantal, can you answer why Natter is now striking people for playing your videos? Does the fake hubby know y'all are really in cahoots again, or still? Not again, Autumn Fairy. They've always been in cahoots. They never stop talking. But yeah, I wonder how much Salah knows that Natter is very much in the picture, and Natter is getting paid from Chantal. He's getting paid more than Salah is. He's getting a big chunk of money while Salah's getting just pennies. I wonder how he'd feel knowing that. Okay, like, we got anything else here? Yeesh. All right. Yup Yup says, despite what Foodie Beauty claims, she has zero status in Kuwait beyond being a tourist. Obtaining an international permit doesn't prove anything as long as she can get one as a tourist. And that's a heck of a picture, Yup Yup. It's scaring me. Jump scare. Malarkey Meter says, before, after, look, I ate my dinner meant for 3. Can I have dessert now? No, you can't. You really can't. Malarkey Meter also says, she truly doesn't remember all of her lies. I am one of the few who doesn't ever want her back in Canada. She consistently drove impaired and abused our healthcare system. Stay mad and stay in Kuwait. And this is from the current live, and I don't know if she's cursing, so we're going to have to skip that. We'll come back to it later. Let's see. Okay, I think we're done catching up. That's good. That's good. All right. Away from here, and we're going over to the retro video, courtesy of the channel Flow. Really great channel. I will link the video down in the description for those who want to check out Flow's channel and all of the archive content on there. Because if you're somebody and if you're looking to see what she was like back in the crackhead Olympic days, because Chantal's not going to have any of that stuff on her channel, you might want to check out Flow and other archive channels out there, because if you're new to Foodieverse, you're going to be shocked. You're going to be really shocked. But this was an interesting moment in time where she showed up at BB's house. BB's eating dinner. He's just wanting to enjoy his quiet time. And Foodie, she doesn't really care about social cues, about the person does not want her there or not. All she cared about was, I'm coming to my ex's house. And I'm going to stick around my ex's house. And I hope that Natter is watching. And I want him to get angry. And I want him to be jealous. I want an emotional reaction from Natter. But if Natter really cared about Chantal for real, she wouldn't have had to make him jealous to get an emotional response. He would just give the emotion for free, correct? And if you want emotion out of somebody, this is not the way you go about getting it. You do not do things to aggravate them, to irritate them, to make them angry in order for you to know if they care or not. Like making somebody mad, all that does is create bad feelings to where they don't want to be around you and they want to leave you more alone. But yeah, she's at BB's house. I'm sure the context was, I want to come over and get my stuff. So BB let her over to get her things, but she did not get her things and go. As you guys can see, she was at his house for more than 30 minutes, and she wasn't focused on talking to him in private or working things out or apologizing for things she did wrong. It was all about, let me use your house as a recording studio and take up your time and just be a complete nuisance. It's very cringeworthy. And it just points in the direction of where her head is when it comes to people. And the fact that she has no sense of polite courtesy, no sense of decency, and she doesn't care for other people, period. She just doesn't. She's not apologetic. She feels no remorse or regret. She doesn't care if she's ticking off the other person. She just wants what she wants. So you guys are going to witness just how rude this woman really is. So let me just start from the very beginning. And let's go.
I said, you're from Africa, so you're always cold, so there's no air conditioning in here.
She's at somebody else's house. And even though she shouldn't be there, she really shouldn't be around BB because she did him dirty. She cheated on him. She did not do right by him. But imagine walking in somebody else's house and complaining about the temperature in which they keep their own house.
It's what? It's hot?
You know what? If I were BB, to drive her out of there faster, I would have gone straight over to the unit and turned up the heat on purpose. Make her really sweat. Then that would prompt her to leave a little bit faster. That's just me, though. I'm petty like that.
I'll wait for more people to come in. So what's up, guys? I'm not going to be on long, you know?
I'm going to wait for more people to come in. You are someplace you shouldn't be. If you had even a decent sliver of a bone in your body, considering how wrong you were to BB, how you cheated on him, you wouldn't be there at all. You cheated on him. You did him real dirty. He was a good man. Better than all the others that came after him. You lost a good thing, Chantal, just because you did not want to take care of yourself and you couldn't keep your legs closed. You lost a good, hardworking man who didn't ask a lot of you. All he asked of you was to be a good, decent human being and take care of yourself. And that should have been easy. But you didn't even want to do that. So you chose to do the dirty with somebody else and you lost him. And then he kicked you out. And I noticed after BB, you weren't looking for any man that was independent, hardworking, had his own money. You didn't want someone like that because somebody who has all of that going on for them would not put up with all of you. Someone who has the power to say goodbye will say goodbye. Therefore, you made it your business to look for men that you could make codependent on you, that would depend on you and your money. That way they couldn't escape you. First, you would lure them in with, I'll take care of you. I'll do everything for you. I'll pay for this. I'll pay for that. You get them used to doing nothing. You get them used to not working and not making their own money and being taken care of. You get them addicted to that lifestyle, that way of being, to the point where they don't want to go back to it, even though they could. Then once you get them comfortable with it, that's when you know you've got them. But you don't want the men in your life to work. You don't want them to do things for themselves. You want to do it all because by doing it all, you've got control of them. I guess your experience with BB, you didn't want that repeated. Your narcissistic ego would not be able to take that. You know, being booted and kicked to the curb. You wanted to have the power to be the one to do the kicking. But in this moment, you're at his house where you should not be, bothering that poor man. He just wanted to eat his dinner. And don't think I'm not noticing the body language. The fact that he's on the couch, sitting away from you, eating his meal. He's not offering you any food. He's not saying, hey, come eat with me and sit down and let's share a meal together. He's not offering the invitation. That by itself is a social cue that the person in question does not want you around them. Also, you're standing up. He's sitting down. You are not sitting down to spend time with him. You came over to the house with your own agenda. To put him on YouTube, to put yourself on YouTube, it wasn't about him. It was about another man. So you're trying to pit one man against another man, even though the first man, he had you and he doesn't want you. But you're trying to provoke somebody else's jealousy using the wrong means.
At least now, for now. In here. You would have loved Brenda.
I'm really sorry about the ambient noise, guys. She's right near a fan and she won't get away from it. But she does get away from it in a few minutes. You know what? Let me see if I can. Let's see. Yeah, she shows BB on camera. But the background noise, I promise it'll go away in a few.
Here you go. You would have loved Brenda. And I can't find my uterus.
Why is she saying that on camera like that?
Well, BB, say hello.
She's so desperate to put BB on camera. Now, anybody that was around during the BB era, then you know that BB, he wasn't a YouTube person, nor did he want to be. He wanted to stay off camera, yet Chantal kept insisting that he be on camera. He was very uncomfortable being on camera. And now they're broken up. And she shouldn't be there. And she's still trying to put him on camera. And he says no. And she turns the camera around on him anyway. And he's not happy with that, nor should he be. But she doesn't care. So all this love that she professed for BB, if you were with somebody and you cared about them and you did them dirty, you cheated on them, but you care about how they feel, why don't you care in this moment, Chantal, that if your ex-partner says, I don't want to be on camera, don't put him on camera. Respect their wishes, but you didn't. So how much did you love BB really? If you won't even respect their personal space.
Are you going to say hi after? I didn't put you on camera yet. You want me to?
He's telling her no right now.
You don't care? Here you go. Say hey. Oh, sorry.
See? She's acting like he wants to be on camera, and you can see BB, he's just like, whoa, what are you doing?
Sorry. I thought you went like this.
You know, BB is way too polite. He's a decent guy. He's quiet. He's been being way too polite to Chantal. I would have gotten up and said, it's time for you to go. You need to go, Chantal. I asked you not to put the camera on me, and you did anyway. It's time for you to go. I would have gotten up and insisted that she go, but he didn't do that. BB, you should have done that. And she thinks it's funny.
Sorry, BB.
No, she's not sorry.
You're exposed now. All the drama. BB's eating. What are you eating? Chicken, just like chicken and rice and sauce, eh? With onions and something that I came in here. I'm like, it smells good. It smells like real food.
Yeah, she was probably hoping that BB would offer her something to eat. And if he offered her something to eat, that she could sit down and scarf up all the food and spend even more time there. Maybe that's part of the reason why BB did not offer her any food. Maybe he figured she'd catch the social cue and realize, he really doesn't want me here. Maybe I should go, and she would go, but she didn't.
Basically, like, that's what his sister did too. Like, very simple cooking, just like chickens. They season, like, I found, like, since dating somebody from another country, like, they season their food a lot better. I don't know how to say that without it, but, like, I don't know. Maybe it's just like Senegalese way, but spices and seasonings. I sound like a teapot.
By the way, that wheezy laugh she diz, that wheezy laugh that she does, she only started doing that after watching Amberlyn Reed. She's copying Amberlyn Reed.
Punisher, hi. No, he's not mad at me. Well,
oh, yes, he is. Oh, he's mad. He may not be telling you, but he's not happy.
Maybe a little. Are you mad that I showed you? Ma'am, your lip gloss is all over your mustachio.
If I were BB, I would have packed up all of her stuff in boxes and told her, take all your stuff and go now. Load up the Kia with your stuff and just go. I would have been polite about it, but I would have been firm, like, this is your last visit here.
They're mean to me. They said my lipstick is all over my mustache. American food is bland. You missed BB? He'll come on camera after he's done eating, maybe for a couple
seconds. You didn't even ask him. You didn't even ask him if he wanted to be on camera. Chantal, he just told you he doesn't want to be on camera. If he doesn't want his face shown on camera, he's not going to come on your stream and, like, talk to you for a few minutes. Stop trying to push the man to do something he obviously does not want to do.
BB? Just to say hi.
Hello.
Hello. Can you say chubby use?
She's acting so ridiculous. She's trying to involve BB into stuff on YouTube and to say stupid things like chubby use. And I'm sure I can't see his face right now, but if I could, I'm sure he'd be looking at her like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Because right now in this moment, she is not his ex-girlfriend. She is not Chantal. She is Foodie Beauty. But BB did not fall in love with and was involved with Foodie Beauty. He was involved with Chantal. But Chantal stopped being Chantal a while ago. And now she lives in her YouTube persona all the time. So he's looking at her like, who are you? Like, you never act like this when we were together. Why are you acting like this now? Why are you saying stupid things? Why are you acting stupidly? He understands the person. He doesn't understand the persona and what they do.
Chubby use. That's Sam.
Sam is chubby.
He's Chubby Use. His name is Chubby Use. Chubby Use. I never told BB about Chubby Use. His sister's at home in Senegal. So, like, she went before COVID, so now your sister has a fucking baby. Excuse me? You didn't tell me this?
Why would he tell you that? He's your ex. He doesn't have to tell you stuff in his private life, especially if the two of you are broke up. You're not close friends anymore. You don't talk to him on the phone every day. You don't have a right to his private life.
I'm gonna cry. I'm seriously gonna cry. So you're an uncle. Are you happy to see the baby? Oh my god, do you have pictures? I'm so gonna cry. What is it? Kenza Monica?
She is desperate to make small talk with BB. But as long as she's making small talk with BB, he won't kick her out, and she can keep her live stream going. She's desperate for Natter to open her channel and see this live stream and see that she's at her ex's house. That was the point. That was the goal. To go over to her ex's house and use her ex, who is no longer interested in her, to get back at and poke at a guy that she's obsessed over. It was a really sick game she played.
Malika. Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. I don't know, like, why. I guess obviously. Oh.
You've been AO.
I've been AWOL.
Yeah.
Baby's single now. He's a catch. DM him. I'm kidding.
Again, how awkward. To go to somebody's house, one person's sitting down having a meal, the other person is standing up and they've got their phone and they're talking into their phone, and there's tons of strangers on their phone listening to the two of you talk. Awkward. Very awkward. Very strange. Very strange. You know, Chantal, you going over to BB's house, that could have been your moment to sit down with BB and say, you know, you were a good man, better than I ever deserved, and I did not appreciate you. And I'm so sorry for any hurt that I've caused you. And I'm really sorry for cheating on you. That was wrong. That wasn't fair. I'm just sorry all the way around for the way I treated you and for any bad feelings I caused in you. That could have been your moment in private to make amends for some of the hurt that you caused BB. But you didn't. Instead of using that time to make amends, you were using that time in his space, his personal space, to get back at a crackhead. You're an idiot.
Oh, please don't harass him. Sarah Jane, everyone says hi. No notification, I know. Because of the fact that I went live earlier and last night and everything. So Anyway, I'm not going to be on long because I'm going to effing melt if I stay here for too long.
What a brat. Chantal, how dare you show up at your ex's house unannounced? How dare you go over there when he's trying to enjoy his personal private time and relax? And you're making the experience anything but relaxed. You go over there and it's his home. If he wants to turn the heat up to 100, he can. He's paying the rent, he's paying the bills, not you. Never you. You have the nerve to walk into somebody else's home and complain about how they keep their home. If you don't like it, leave. What's the old saying? If you don't like the heat, get out of the kitchen. Well, in your case, get out of the entire house. Get out. Not everybody has to keep it down to 30 degrees to be comfortable. You need it extremely cold because you're extremely big. That's why you need the temperature down so low. Which, by the way, since we're here, it's not healthy for pets to live in a home that's extremely cold. Cats can't take a temperature lower than 35 degrees. Temperature up in your apartment.
Look at me, guys. Whew. It's 29 degrees today. Okay, he's gonna say hi.
And drink to your health
Drink to my health?
and everybody else.
Okay, so cheers to everyone's health and to my health and to
Everybody. Then keep supporting her.
keep supporting me. Okay.
Don't be mean.
Don't be mean.
Tell her the truth.
Tell me the truth. Okay. What else?
This is
He probably figured that if he went on camera just for like a few seconds, that would pacify her and she would get out.
Visa substitute to red wine. So,
Substitute to red wine. So cheers. Aw. That's what he's eating. It's like,
You know what's amazing? Once BB got away from Chantal, how much happier he seemed. Like when he was with Chantal, he had this dead, help me look in the eyes. And then after she was gone and she was involving herself with Natter, he got some of that vitality back. He started to really get into himself again.
chicken with sauce. They wanted to see. Looks good.
the sauce is,
It's like, yeah, that's good.
it's a remix. I put water in it.
Ah,
Chantal, if that is not a social cue that you are not welcome, I don't know what is. When somebody's having a meal and they're not offering you anything, that is a social cue that they don't want you there. They're not offering you a meal. They're not offering you for you to sit down and eat with them. They're like, screw you. I'm going to eat my meal. I don't care what you're doing over there, but that's a cue for you to go.
you probably never eat out anymore now that I'm not here, right?
That over-exaggerated laugh, I can't stand it.
He's like, takeout, what's that? Actually, the more I eat natural, the more I enjoy natural too.
Really? Is that why you still eat tons of takeout even to this day? Is that why?
Except for Nashville. Have you ever had a Nashville chicken sandwich? Oh,
She just truly doesn't understand why everybody isn't as obsessed over fast food as she is. That is her obsession. It's her addiction, food, especially fast food. And it irritates her. It makes her angry because she doesn't understand how everybody else that's not her, why they look at her weird when she talks obsessively and excessively about fast food as if it were the greatest thing ever invented. Like, oh my God, have you ever had a Nashville chicken sandwich? Have you gone to Burger King and ordered everything off the menu? Like, have you? It's just a once in a lifetime experience. You just have to do it. It's crazy. She gushes over fast food as if she were talking about diamonds and pearls and rubies, and nobody cares but her. No one.
Can I use this towel to dab my face?
Is it better than Popeye? Yes, clean.
Not anymore. No, it's just my sweat.
Clean.
I don't want a dirtier towel on my face. It's
Too late.
Are you still playing your game?
Yeah, that's another social cue that you're totally ignoring on purpose. You know he games. You know he likes to play video games. As a gamer, Chantal, when you want to get into your game, you want to get into the gaming zone, and you don't want people messing with you when you're in your game. That's another social cue. When someone is trying to play a video game or they're trying to watch a movie, they're putting an invisible wall between yourself and them. They're saying, I don't want to be bothered. I'm shutting the door. I'm into this thing that is not you, but I'm clearly not into you, and therefore you need to go. So if he was trying to play his video game, that's him saying, I am more interested in this than in you. So you need to get gone, lady.
Battlefield?
I'm waiting for the new one.
He's such a kind soul. What a sweet angel. You're a sweet angel. Everybody loves you. They love you more than they like me.
Actually, that's true. Everybody liked BB. Nobody had a reason to dislike BB. As a matter of fact, the kiwi farmers who have like a 7,000 page thread on Chantal, even the kiwi farmers, as severe as they can be, when Chantal and BB broke up, the kiwi farmers even wished BB well. They had nothing bad to say about BB because they realized who the problematic person was, and it wasn't BB. BB didn't do anything wrong. No one had a reason to dislike BB. He didn't do anything that would be considered hateful or rude. It was all her.
No, some people are just really, really, really naturally good, calm. That's what attracted me to BB, was how he's very opposite of me, very calm and grounding, and you know what I mean?
Chantal, I think I'm going to go on record as saying you don't deserve a good person. You do not deserve to be around good people, because it's someone like yourself. It's people like you that ruin good people, that leave them ruined, that leave them broken, that leave them hurting. You're a damage dealer. You damage people and you don't care. You don't care if you hurt someone and it might take them weeks, months, years to recover from what you've done. You don't care if you leave someone with a bitter taste in their mouth and a broken heart or an empty bank account. You don't care. You're a tornado that rips through the fabric of other people's lives, leaving them in tatters, and you don't turn back to see what you've done. I think it's karmic, and I think it's appropriate that ever since BB, you've had nothing but scumbags in your life. Natter, Salah, both of them con artists and scammers and liars. You are with your own kind. You are. That is what you deserve. You're a bad person. You deserve to be around bad people. You have found your group. You found your club, girl. Enjoy the membership. You want to be a liar? You want to be a damage dealer? Enjoy being around other damage dealers, other liars, other people who don't tell the truth, other people who use other people. Enjoy being around them and enjoy being used by them. That is your karma. That is the karma for using and hurting decent people in your life.
The BB era. That's where my channel started growing, yeah. He doesn't quack when he farts. Excuse me. Oh, there's a love scene on TV. They say I quack when I fart. Burger.
Can you imagine being BB on the other side of the room, having to deal with this? Just imagine the scene. You're a gentleman sitting in your living room. You just had a meal. You just want to sit and let the food digest and just sit quietly and either watch a movie or play a video game. And then there's this crazy woman across the room that's your ex, that she's doing a live stream in your house while you're just trying to have your private time. And clearly it's not private because she's inviting strangers in your home via the internet. Can you imagine his thoughts of him just like thinking, when is she going to leave? Like, this is crazy. Like, what is she even here for? I'm sure that's what was going on in his mind.
King has not sponsored me. They probably won't ever.
Don't get sponsored by Burger King.
Why?
Why would you?
You think they're going to sponsor me? Eat at Burger King.
You know, this was like her skinny era. Look how much smaller she was then. And she was close to the 400s then. Just for comparison, during this time period, she was about 400, I would say. Clearly, she's a lot smaller now, smaller then than she is now. So if Chantal tries to say, I'm 330, I'm 350, nonsense. Nonsense. She's about 600 pounds now, or close to 600, in my opinion.
Hey, this is Burger King.
There's a little McDonald's in everyone. 7 years what? Oh yeah, 7 years. We were together 7 years, I think, yeah. Hi, Moonlight.
You were really trying hard to get BB's attention, weren't you? You're sitting there trying to act all sexy and touching your hair and wearing a see-through dress and pulling your dress up. You were really trying to get his attention, and he didn't want nothing to do with you. That's what makes it even funnier.
Like 8 years? BB is like, have some dignity. I know. I don't have any. Hi, Moonlight. Asha, I feel like BB really helped you stay on track. BB has helped me a lot, yes.
Yeah, how pathetic. You're with a guy, you cheat on him. The decent thing to do would be to leave him alone and let him just live his life. You get with another guy directly after him who's a crackhead, and the two of you party too much, and you're doing too many party favors, and you actually have the nerve, the big fupa balls, to get on the phone and cry in his ear after what you did to him. You've got to be joking. BB, you must have the patience of a saint, sir. I wouldn't have put up with that, but that's just me.
He's a good support.
Yeah, you don't listen.
I listen. Whatever.
Yeah, you can hear, like, let's see if I can.
Drama. Do you still watch Korean drama movies?
People in the chat are telling BB to turn down the TV. No, it's his house. She shouldn't be there to begin with. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with K-dramas. I watch them all the time. I love the Korean, Chinese fantasy dramas. There's so many good ones on TV, on YouTube. I'm always searching out new series to watch. They're so good.
Okay, I watched.
This is Star Trek.
Remember, you used to watch Korean? I watched old Jackie Chan movie, and I liked it. It's like something where he thinks it's like a snake and like an eagle, and he starts using a cat technique. Jackie Chan was young.
Chantal, why are you there? Did you come over at all to get your stuff? Then get your stuff. You said you left your stuff there. Get a box of your stuff or a few boxes, and that way you could take it with you. Don't be a jerk. Get your stuff and go and leave that man alone.
And it's so cheesy.
He was drunk.
They talk like this. No, it's not drunk one. Drunken Kung Fu or whatever. Hi, Laura, Mallory. People are happy I went live because they were bugging me to come live here. So it's been a while.
No. No, they weren't. Don't you sit there and lie. You're trying to act like this was somebody else's idea. No, it was your idea. You were trying to provoke Natter. You were trying to provoke some emotional response out of Natter, although you were going for negative emotion versus positive. So if you provoke someone to a negative emotion, it's going to do what? It's going to cause negativity between yourself and them. That's why it's a bad idea. But you're childish and you're stupid. And you're looking for some validation that somebody cares about you. So this is the way you go about it. And it always backfires.
That's good.
Do you miss Sam? Not the hair, eh?
Both of the bitches, but yeah.
Yeah, he said both of the bitches. I did a video call and I showed him the cats. Alicia Dawn, hi. I like BB's decorations.
Like, this is so awkward. Like, the awkward silences. It's weird. She's in his house. She isn't really making conversation with him. She's barely speaking to him. She's paying more attention to her phone. Oh my God, Chantal, if that were my house, you'd be getting kicked out real fast, bro.
Vance Beezer. BBJ is amazing. You don't miss the cat fur, eh? Like there's no, I don't like that either. I'm gonna shave Sam. I'm getting shaved Sam. Huh? No. Actually, the couch is like there's no cat hair anywhere.
I'm sure after you left, Chantal, he did a thorough cleaning from top to bottom, and that house stays spotless since you're not there to dirty it up. And also, there's no roach infestations because you're not there hiding pizza boxes in the closet.
I'm getting them shaved, guys, permanently. Except for winter. Sorry. BB for life. You love Tubby. You have a cat laying on you right now? Where's Ted? Ted's cat. You want to plug your cats in? No, probably not.
I want a painter.
What? A painter?
Yeah.
A panther?
Yeah.
You can't get... Everyone wants a panther. Right? That's why I'm ignoring it, because I don't answer those questions. Then use your own advice. I'm going to. I miss the Chantal and BB era. You guys didn't like it at the time. You thought it was boring. It's just because...
Well, Chantal, you just have a nasty habit of you try to force people to be on camera that don't want to be on camera. They have no... You want a co-host. You want a guy to come on camera and add the male energy. You want like a male co-host for your live streams, but you always pick people you have nothing in common with. You guys don't have any synergy. The only one that I saw that you had actual synergy with was SJM. That one live stream that you did with him, you guys were just bouncing stuff off each other. You guys were scary alike, but the energy was there. It was fun. You guys were laughing, having a good time. You could be yourself. I haven't seen anybody else beyond SJM that you've had that with. But, BB really didn't want to be on camera, and he was a bit awkward. Pete really wasn't comfortable on camera. Natter really didn't want to be on camera, and Salah doesn't want to be on camera. You're always picking people and trying to yank them on camera when they don't want to be there. And that's wrong. And then you wonder why people pick up on that energy and they're like, this is boring. We don't like it. Because they feel like the energy is wrong. Like that person's not into you, or they're not into doing the YouTube content. That's why.
Because it's ancient. People tend to miss things or get in a...
And by the way, I remember, Chantal, near the end, you were being a very big biatch to BB. You would say snarky things to him. You would roll your eyes at him. You were just being rude. Just straight up rude to BB.
nostalgic for things that they once were, you know. Hi, Tony. I'm full of Korean drama. Full of drama, period. I don't like it. King of Chantopolis.
Do y'all notice something? And I'm going to point this out real quick, and screw you, Chantal. I don't care if you get mad at me. Notice her demeanor. Notice her personality. Where's the baby talk? Where is it? Where is it? It wasn't here. She didn't talk like a baby when she was with BB. She didn't do it with Pete's. She didn't do it with Natter. But she's doing it with Salah, using those baby words. Can I touch your bell? You like dad to touch your bell. She never used to talk like that. Never. Where did that come from? It's stupid. It makes no sense. Are you doing the adult baby fetish, Chantal? Again? Is there like a Foodie with that fetish and you're whistling them back in? Is that what you're doing? You need to cut it out. It looks ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous. You want to cater to those kinds of people, go off YouTube. But I'm showing you guys, she didn't used to talk like that. But all of a sudden with Salah, it showed up.
Anyways, you blend up Nashville chickens in your protein. You missed the pink wig. But Hound, I'm gonna do vlogs for sure. You guys, I have like this period of just like live streams, but when I start doing vlogs again, I'm gonna be pumping them out.
Sure.
Like I used to. Blue I can't believe your sister had a baby. That's so cool. I hope she brings the baby back here. Okay. She's with her husband and everything.
Chantal, you hate kids. Stop trying to act like you like kids. You hate kids. You don't like anything that could possibly get all the attention off of you and onto themselves. You don't like actual children because you act like a child, but you're not a child. But you are jealous of any and every child out there that is young. They've got their whole lives ahead of them, and they live in the moment. I think there's a part of you want to redo your life and redo your childhood, but guess what? You can't. There's no going back in time and reversing the clock. But you hate kids. You hate the fact that they're inconvenient for you, that they make a lot of noise, that they make a mess. You don't like kids, period.
Thank you, Tony. Livia is a very calm person. It's like that. Some people are calm, grounded. No, never yell. Some people are not. Some people are. Yeah. Muse meow. Here to all my fellow beezers. Love your lip color. Baby didn't have a baby. No. His sister had a baby. Yeah, people are saying you had a baby. So I'm like, what?
They hear, but they don't listen.
They hear, but they don't listen.
Again, she's like letting him know about stuff being said on YouTube or maybe Kiwi Farms. BB doesn't care. He's like, he's so far removed from YouTube, internet stuff. And he's like, why is she bringing this to my attention? What do I care? I'm so not in it. She's trying to bring me in it, and
Had a
I'm
baby.
not
I'm like, I'm pretty sure
interested
you
to
would
be
tell
in
me
it.
that. Like,
Oh, wait. What now?
yeah.
Holy shit. It's like putting a gas in
Yeah,
the motor
Punisher.
and let it go downtown. Like, line.
He's an air BB. Listen to this. He's an Aries, like me, but he's an April Aries. I find April Aries, March Aries.
So there
very
you go,
different.
Chantal. If you're both an Aries, you always talk about how wrathful and vengeful Aries people are. You're with another Aries. Clearly, he's not that way. So maybe you being wrathful and vengeful and evil has nothing to do with the zodiac. Maybe it's just you. Maybe you were born that way. Maybe it's Maybelline.
I never liked flaming hot Cheetos. Did I? These people are screwing again. There's always, every time I look at the TV.
Chantal, shut up. Your foul mouth. Shut up.
It's not a thing. That's the thing. Like, I remember like being insecure about that. Like, when we first met, he said, you know, it's you. It's the person. It's not their body, right?
Wait, what?
So your sister. Hi, Sandra.
This is so weird. It's like they're having a conversation, but yet they're not having a conversation. It's very disconnected conversation. This is the kind of conversation you have when you're sitting and you're doing something and you're focused on that something, and there's somebody beside you that's trying to talk to you and you really don't want to talk to them, and you're trying to give them the cue that you want to talk to them because they'll say something, you go, what? And kind of let them know that you're not paying attention, but they're not picking up on the fact that you're not paying attention, and they continue to talk to you. They're not understanding that you're not plugged into them and what they're saying, and you're not interested, and just let it go. No, she's not very good with social cues at all.
Holy shit.
Your sister. There was a rumor. I remember that. There was a rumor your sister was your wife, African wife, living with us.
Hey, this is fantasizing.
This is no. It's making it up. It's not even lying. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just,
they're fantasizing. Also.
they're. I don't know. You know what the internet's like?
It's worse than science fiction.
It's worse than science fiction.
It's distortion of fantasy.
Kels is leaving her husband for you. Don't African men prefer a bit curvy, but not a curvy, healthier person, you know? But when you love somebody, you fall in love with somebody, like there's a lot to a person than just their weight. You know, like this?
Chantal's right. There's a lot more to a person than just their body shape and the pounds on them. But this is the but, y'all. If you get with somebody like that, it's a sum of all the parts, not just a few. But if you get into a relationship with someone, yes or no, you have to be attracted to them. You have to stay attracted to them. And attraction can come from the body, the soul, the way a person responds to things, the way they behave, their energy. Like attraction is a composite of many different things all at once. But if you're going to be with somebody and that's supposed to be your life partner, you should be able to look at that person and say, I am satisfied. I am happy. I don't desire anyone else. I don't want to be with anyone else. This person is so special in every way that I have no thought and no urge to go elsewhere. So you have to be happy with all of the parts. A person's body doesn't have to be perfect, of course. There's no such thing as perfection. But you have to be happy with a person's appearance, because that's the only person you're going to be with intimately. It should be what you like, right? It should be what you like. It doesn't have to be flawless, It doesn't have to be perfect, but you do have to be attracted to someone in order to be with them, be faithful.
Wow.
What about everything else? What about everything? Just your belly. Everything else makes you a person. You're gonna like not be a person because of this?
They want Kirby. They can wear beads.
You can wear beads? Oh yeah.
It stop your stomach. Yes,
You're ugly. You're not ugly. Is BB's not ugly? Come on.
ugly look for beautiful.
Ugly look for,
Beautiful look for
but as much anymore.
wow. The thing is, if you don't have good vibes,
Yeah.
have to help you too.
Yeah.
Not being judgmental or
BB, how tall are you, BB? 5'8", 5'7"?
it's not body shaming.
Like he's trying so hard to be polite to her. Any other person would have gotten up and said, "There's the door. You need to go through it right now." He's trying really hard to play cool and be nice to her, but she's the one being rude, taking up his time, invading his private space, using his home as a recording studio. He doesn't want to be on camera. He's just trying his best to tolerate her, and she can't even do the decent thing and shut off the live stream and go. If she wanted Natter to hear about or to see her over at BB's, she's been there long enough that if it's going to happen, it has happened. She doesn't have to keep staying there and taking up that poor man's time.
Are you gonna body shame? They start the body shaming. No, someone was
Women like
being introduced to a life they're not ready for, like being public.
I am behind the camera.
You're behind the camera, yeah, but you're never very talkative. You're not a very talkative person.
She's complaining about the fact that he was never talkative when he came on stream with her. That's because he didn't want anything to do with YouTube, Foodie. You are forcing it on him.
I don't think I have a crush on Kevin Hart. He's not an ugly man, but he doesn't do anything for my loins at all.
You are so tacky.
Is that Pete's in a wig? Kevin Hart is hot. He's handsome. He looks handsome, but so Pink Pony Club, I said in my earlier live, I'm coming here today for a bit. The best trait about BB, not his personality. He's God and awesome. Very respectful person. Never talks bad.
You know, I'm thinking about something. So earlier you said, Chantal, that a person is more than just their body, right? You said that. Well, why is it you have your own physical aesthetic when it comes to men? And you're looking for Instagram model guy with the washboard apps and all that stuff. So you're not even practicing what you preach. You're saying that a person should accept another person no matter what their body type is, but yet you turn up your nose at men who might be better for you, but because physically they aren't to your physical aesthetic, you're like, nope. You want the complete opposite of what you are. And I'm not saying fit men can't be with bigger women. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're being a bit of a hypocrite by saying, oh, it's what are the pounds? The pounds are nothing. But yet you would never accept a man who was a little bit on the thick side or fat or obese, but you expect men to accept you as a super, super, super morbidly obese woman. That's what you're expecting.
About anybody, very smart. There's a lot. Idris Elba, yeah, he's hot.
Personality is flatline.
Your personality's flatline? No, it's not. You have a personality. Shut up. Yeah, I'm at BB's. No.
And if I remember correctly, Natter was angry about her going over to BB's place. I'm sure when they got into arguments just to try to get under Natter's skin or try to control him or demean him or whatever, she brought up BB's name, although BB wanted nothing to do with her. She was trying to use the time that she spent with her ex as sort of a weapon to hurt Natter. And all it did was cause a bunch of fights and arguments.
Just don't get yourself into trouble. Well, doing what? Mark Ruffalo is my crush. You mean just in general, don't get myself into trouble?
No. You know what they were talking about. They meant don't get in trouble with Natter.
I don't know what my next era of stuff is going to be, but I'm sure it's not going to be bad. Your laugh cracks me up. BB is very chill. You're about to grill some perk chops? Mark Ruffalo. Really? Is he the Hulk?
Okay, this is boring. She's being boring. All she's doing is just stalling for time and taking up BB's time. But you guys get the gist. The cringe of it all. I just had to share it with you. I hope you enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this react video. Again, this is courtesy of the channel Flow. I'm going to leave a link for the original video down in the description. So please check it out. Check out the channel. And I'll see you guys on the next one. I might go check out Chantal's live stream because it sounds like she was in a nasty mood and I'm here for it. So you guys take care and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, bye-bye.